semi-final round, and then for our final, we'll have 6
And it's a very warm welcome from me, Johnny Bryan, and I welcome you to Vail, Colorado, USA. Vail is a mecca for winter sports here in North America, but of course we're in the middle of the summer. This is June, and this is now part of the GoPro Mountain Games. It's a 4-day sporting festival, and bouldering is one of the jewels in the crown of this sporting festival that takes place here every June in Vail. Now, this is in its 6th year, and over the last couple of years, this event has belonged to 2 Austrian athletes in particular. Have a guess who? Kilian Fischuber and Anna Storr have dominated this event in the last couple of years, and they will be among the favourites here in Vail, especially on the back of their victory in Hamilton only a week or so ago. One other story to mention, Alex Puccio. 4 years ago she won her maiden World Cup title, and she hasn't won any since then. But no doubt this Colorado crowd will be behind the homestay girl as she looks to try and double her World Cup tally. There are 85 athletes on show here over the next couple of days, and could it be one of them writing another piece of climbing history? Welcome to this IFSC Bouldering World Cup here in Vail, Colorado, USA.
And it's a very good morning from me, Johnny Bryan, welcoming you to Vail here in Colorado, USA. It is Women's Qualification Day, as well as the men's as well, later this afternoon. But we're going to be concentrating on the women first. 37 in all are coming here in search of bouldering glory here in Colorado. But there's one name at the top of the list who has dominated bouldering here in 2013, Anna Storr. She'll be out in 2 minutes and 35 seconds from now. We're starting with the 18 AAA. Anna Storr starts at number 1, Akeo Noguchi number 2. Alex Puccio has only ever won 1 World Cup title, as I said in my opening piece. It was here 4 years ago. She got number 3. Julianne Verme winning in Innsbruck at 4. Melissa Neve 5. Shauna Coxey from Great Britain on number 6. Momoka Oda did well last week at Innsbruck at 7. Katja Zervine number 8. And Mina Leslie Wojcicki and will go at number 9. Here's the second page. Monica Ricci goes out at 10. Melanie Zando, 2012 world champion, struggling with an injury for much of the year though. She goes out at number 11. Britt-Leah Crane at number 12. Aya Ono for Japan, 13. Vera Ziedlestra from the Netherlands did very well last week in Innsbruck, which came 9th there, one of her best results in recent time. Diane Mennick, 15. Stacey Weldon from Canada, 16. Angela Payne, 17. Tiffany Milius of Australia, 18. Elise Sethner will go at 19, Naturi Yasada at 20, Claire Bell from
Great Britain, 21, Erica Carlson, 22, Marita Akowski shared a flight with her on the way to Vail from Toronto, she goes out at 23, and a few Americans in the mix, some names you may never have heard of. Tyler Youngworth, 24, Lisa Chulis, 25, Andrea Brigita Zakili of Hungary, who got 26, Francesca Metcalf, 27, Tiffany Hensley, 28, Jessie Youngworth, 29, Kira Condi, 30, Claudia Maldonado of Mexico, 31, Isabella Fowles, 32, Chelsea Rude of the USA, 33, Thay Makino Sharawa of Brazil, 34, Shannon Russell, 35, Megan Mascarenas, 36, and to round the whole qualifications off, going out at 12:30, Nina Williams at 37. Just under a minute before we start, and Anna Storr gets us underway. Just to remind you, Storr has won here in Vail the last 2 years and has an excellent record in this part of the world, and you may expect her to do well here once again. See, small crowd here to get us underway here. It's just to remind you, this is part of the GoPro Mountain Games. It's not only climbing happening here in this part of the world, but other events as well. We'll try and get a couple of them on film to show you over the course of the next couple of days. But here we go. Vail gets underway right now, and here is the defending champion of Vail for the last couple of years. Welcome to a polite round of applause, best to be said. Here is Anna Storr from Austria. Storr, 25-year-old world number 1, 18 World Cup titles to her name, 2 World Championships to her name, 6 bouldering events has taken part in 2013. She has won 5 of them. The only blob on her card was in Innsbruck, in her hometown, where she won the silver medal. First in Chongqing, first in Millau, first in Kitzbühel, first in La Drogamar, and first in Toronto last week. course, you guys know the rules by now in these qualifiers. 37 women will start. We will whip them down to 20 by the end of the day. And they'll fight it out in tomorrow's semi-final tomorrow morning. And Stor's already got the bonus, and it should be academic of her finding the top here on her first attempt. Beautiful. The signature wave to the crowd from the 25-year-old gets these qualifiers underway. She flashed her first problem. Give me some times and when some of the other names are going to be coming out over the next 3 hours or so. Akona Gucci will be out next at 9:35. Alex Puccio 9:40. Should be interesting to see how Alex handles performing on home turf. She did well here 4 years ago, of course, winning her maiden World Cup title. Other names: Julianne Verb 9:45, Listen Neve 9:50. All these are local times, by the way. Shona Coxey 9:55. Moka Oda 10 o'clock. Melanie Zando 10:20. And of course, you can find the start list, of course, on IFSC-climbing.org.
Still more than half of her 5-minute time remaining before we bring out our next competitor. Working our way through 37 women from points around the globe. 85 total climbers in our qualifying round today. We'll be cutting that down to 20 each, men and women, for our semi-final tomorrow, and then 6 each into our final round tomorrow evening at these 12th annual GoPro Mountain Games. My name is Tim O'Neill. I'll be your MC, along with DJ AJ. We'll be providing the sound and fury of the GoPro Mountain Games in this World Cup event. Big props out to the route setters, Chris Danielson, Martin Hammerer from Austria, our international chief route setter. Also Jamie Cassidy from the UK, and Jeremy Hart and Mark Mercer from the USA route setters.
Am I using this, or if you use this, I think it's a lot easier.
Yeah. Maui Jim, welcome to color. Psyched to be a part of these GoPro Mountain Games. Maui Jim wants you to see the color. So visit their booth, The Flying Jimmy, today to try on a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses and see the true beauty of Vail. We're talking true beauty, people. Maui Jim's polarized +2 lens technology eliminates glare while enhancing true color. That's true face in my face. Thank you to DJ AJ. And thank you to the sun for existing, for powering our planet's life, for making us just feel good when it hits our skin. On that note, look at the sunscreen meeting. That was the 1 minute remaining reminder for the climber.
Stories on 5 clear on the Japanese. Just a steady crowd making their way here to Vail. It's on the outskirts of the town as well. We're a good 5-10 minute walk from the village itself. And there she is, the 23-year-old from Japan, Akona Gucci, the world number 2, 13 World Cup titles to her name. Made every final this year, podiuming on 4 occasions. Most recently, she was in Hamilton last week, where she comes second behind Storr. And was 1 move away from winning that title. Just ran out of energy in the end on that final climb in a dramatic final last week in Hamilton. If you do want to have the chance to re-watch it, it was just one of the best finals of bouldering you would have seen in a long time. Not just for the climbing, but for the problems, the route setting. The atmosphere in particular was electric.
5 qualifying problems. Running 37 lanes through these 5 problems over the course of the next several hours. And we'll bring out 48 men for the qualifying round later this afternoon.
Well, this looks like a steady start from Noguchi. Looking to follow in the world number one's footsteps here and flash this opening problem. Bonus done. Just one move forward to get her tally underway. Just making sure her footing is right. It's a penitent start, this, from Noguchi. She's reaching for the top, though. She's got her balance now, and there's the top. And she has her campaign underway.
Japan. Totally bring your life. Totally is the world-leading manufacturer of roof racks, bike and water sport carriers, roof boxes, snow chains, as well as luggage boxes. Simplifying transportation of your gear and put it in a secure, safe, and stylish way.
Of course, this reminds you of the hashtag IFSCWC. Be glad to read your tweets on air. Your predictions for the coming days in the women's competitions and the men's. As I said before, Anna Storr, 5 of the last 6 bouldering titles. Obviously the ones that have been coming in sublime form after winning last week out in Hamilton. Surviving the heat of battle in Canada.
I'm going to download the
One thing I will mention here,
Games app right now
in Vail,
onto my phone.
if you've never been to this part of the world before, we are 8,000 feet above sea level.
Of a tremendous amount.
So as you can understand, breathing at times can be a little bit difficult.
Sonar. You can download that
You've got to acclimatise to all the conditions.
and they'll actually give you warnings.
So unless they
You're missing out anymore.
solve these problems in just 1 or 2 attempts, the 3rd or 4th attempt could be a little bit of a struggle here, especially with the conditions that we are in. Beautiful day here though, here in Colorado. Sun is out. Chance of showers later on though, they have forecast. There was one earlier on this morning. It is 9:39 here local time.
Vail Valley, not really. You're still just bringing us into the wake-up call. So just coming into our
I said 37 women to go out this afternoon. With the last one, Nina Williams, going out at roughly 12:30. And the men get underway at 1500 hours here local time. That's 10 p.m. in the UK, 11 p.m. Central European time. I do hope you can join us then. 15 seconds to go before our next climber out from the USA, Alex Puccio. There she is, and Anna Storr will tackle her second problem as well.
Alright, please welcome Alex Puccio from Team USA.
She gets a polite round of applause from the crowd.
The way this works is 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. We work our way through 37 women in this
There's also Storr looking at the second problem as well.
Already Austria, Japan.
Keep your eye on both of them. Our commentary positions right at the right of the stage, so I've got a brilliant view to tell you what is happening.
IFSC.TV and on Twitter, #IFSCWC.
And Puccio is underway. Can she follow in Noguchi and Storr's footsteps here and flash this opening problem? Not wasting any time here is the 23-year-old American.
Decent record this year, bronze medalist 3 times in 2013. And again, she was another one who had her chances in Toronto 6 days prior, but a good start from the American.
Well done there, Alex.
How about her later? Stole another one, wasting no time as well. Looking to get these qualifiers in the bag straight away. And a great start as well from the 25-year-old Austrian.
Excellent work on the score on the...
So an excellent start from the best in the business in the women's game so far. So the fourth climber that will come out in 2.5 minutes' time to start her competition will be from Germany, Julian Vail. Winner in Innsbruck, winning a maiden World Cup title.
The music is having us move ourselves a little bit at this point, a slight sway. I'm denoting in the audience and in the final round.
Beautiful part of the world that we're in here in Vail, Colorado. It's only a town that's been a record about 50 years roughly. Massive ski resort here, very popular in the winter. A lot of the US skiers live in this part of the world. I'm just trying to think. Lindsey Vonn, I think, is one of the most famous US skiers. She has a home here in Vail for the winter. Does a lot of her training here. Bit of a climbing mecca though as well is Colorado. A lot of these climbers have been doing their training out in Boulder, which is about 19 minutes east of where we are right now. Give an idea, we're 2 hours to the west of Denver. The Mile High City, that's called, and we've gone through the mountains to get here to Vail, so you can imagine how high we are right now, just over 8,000 feet. A great part of the world. Myself and producer Mike are watching some kayaking earlier in the week as well, and this beautiful picturesque part of the world. There's some other mountain games going on as well. So I believe there's some fly fishing taking part at around 400 yards from where we sit right now. As well as, you'll be interested to hear, and we're going to have a look at this later on in our break, dog jumping. Absolutely fascinating. I'll tell you more about that shortly. But in the meantime, Julian Vail from Germany is going to come out number 4 in this competition, and Akira Noguchi will also tackle her second problem.
All right, please welcome from Germany, Julian Vail. Stepping out on the stage of this qualifying round.
2 finals for Vail this year. Out in Millau. Michigan 5th, and of course winning in Innsbruck to take capture that maiden World Cup title. So let's see how the 22-year-old can start. Can she follow with the 3 A's did? Anna, Akeo and Alex to get up to the perfect start.
looks like a good start this from Vail. Again, another just trying to get her balance ready before doing that final move to that final hold. Just making sure her balance is correct. And well done. Good start from Vail. Noguchi in the meantime. Looks like she's about to top out on her second problem as well. Just one or two moves away. And it looks good to me. And it looked good to the Japanese as well. Perfect start from her.
Watching and scoring each of the competitors. They're looking to make sure that the competitor grabs that final hold in control and matches hands. Both hands must touch in control of the final hold. The judge will then put their hand in the air. The climber will often look back and make sure they have it before.
Still a long way to go on these qualifiers. Said 37 women, 48 men this afternoon. That'll be a marathon session. We'll cover every climb, every move, every problem, from beginning to end. So in 2 minutes time, at 9:50 local time, Melissa Neve from France. She will come out to start her qualifications. Shauna Coxey to come for the British fans, 9:55. Mocha Oda from Japan. Very impressed by Oda out in Toronto. She did excellent work there, as did Kata Zervine as well. Zervine's got a good record here in Vail, podiuming here in the past. So it's a happy hunting ground for her.
Visit outsideonline.com for complete coverage of the GoPro Mountain Games, including epic videos, stunning photos, athlete interviews, and more.
Very shortly we'll be going split screen so you can follow your favourites around the wall. That is Melissa, waiting to come into the arena. 15 seconds away she is for starting her climb in these qualifiers, and of course you guys know the rules as well as I do. Top 20 go through to tomorrow morning semi-finals. So there you go, split screen in all its glory. And also Anna Store there at the bottom of your screen. She's looking for the perfect start, so she got late in tomorrow's semi-final. Just picturing the route in her head. She's taking the time on this one, is Store. Having a good minute or so of thinking time before getting underway. Puccio and Neve are underway as well. Steady climbs from all three ladies. And Puccio looking good to find the top in, but Neve finds the bonus. Just look at the stall right in front of me here. This is an excellent effort from the Austrian, really showing her class here and showing why she is the best in the business at the moment. Puccio tops, as does Stall and as does the Neve. Simple going for the ladies so far. Nobody yet to fail. As the 5 women who've come out so far, each have flashed all their problems. So 10 seconds away for Shauna Coxey of Great Britain gets underway. Shauna's been struggling with a bit of a knee injury over the last couple of weeks, a little bit of a niggle. Decent effort out in Toronto, where she came in 4th place. Missed one final in Innsbruck. She's very disappointed with that. Podium as well in Mina, where she comes 2nd, and she comes 3rd in La Drogamar. Coxey has been runner-up in World Cups on 4 occasions, yet to get over the threshold and take that maiden World Cup title, but everybody knows in climbing it's only a matter of time before she does. Coxey in the meantime. Good start this for her. Gucci's taken plenty of time on her pole room. Good start this from Julianne Vail. Just one more move across. No, first drop of the day. And Vail was very disappointed with that. John Coxey, Great Britain, her British teammates are roughly 7 feet to my left, watching in the barrier. Khalifa Shuba just walking past. We're saying a very good morning to all of us. We'll see him later this afternoon. Obviously here cheering on his partner Storr. 3 minutes to go. Noguchi, here we go. Top for her. She waits for the crowd. Coxey, one final move here before she finds her top and does so. Crowd's beginning to warm up here nicely here now. It's a little bit quiet at first, but it's now beginning to get quite a few here now. It's just a lot of the male athletes are here watching as well, cheering on their fellow compatriots as we keep an eye on the 22-year-old from Germany, Julianne Vail. This is better from Vail. Oh, commentator's curse. Apologies, Julie. So 1:15 on the clock left here for Vail. Been a bit of a struggle. This for the German on the second problem. It's just his final move that has been the final hurdles across here for Vail. She's struggled on it twice. Is it third time a charm for the German? No, again. She's got 27 seconds she wants to go. I don't think she will. She's going out of a pass, so that's the first failure on the second problem we've seen today. But still a long, long way to go for Julie. Just a reminder, the top 20 will go through to the semi-finals later on Saturday morning.
All right, please welcome Momoko Oda from Team Japan on qualifying problem number 1. Making our way across the long 5 qualifying problems, 37 minutes.
So Storr out to tackle her fourth problem. Perfect start from the Austrian so far.
Will become 6 in our final tomorrow evening.
Interesting watching, she's about 15 feet in front of me here, just looking at her methodology.
Here at 10:30 we start our free fly fishing casting clinic over at the Golden Peak East SF, right here at the soccer fields.
So we got really do have multi-screen now.
Spinning beats, eating beats.
So a great start this from Storr, by the way. beautiful again from the Austrian. Polite round of applause, flashing the first four. Puccio as well. That's what the cheer was for. Well done to her. So perfect start from Anna Storr, from Akira Nakuchi and from Alex Puccio so far. Listen to Neve making excellent progress here on the second problem. Just 1 final minute to where Julian Byrne struggled. Melissa just trying to find her footing, trying to get her balance correct. Using her flexibility, and she's done very well. And Amuka Oda also topped on her first problem, so it's an excellent start here for the women here in Colorado. Still a long, long way to go.
We're going to be taking 20 of our top finishers here into our semifinal. Tonight over at Checkpoint Charlie, part of our Fun Night Music. And these local round games at 7 p.m. we kick off Black Joe Lewis and the Honey Bears. And then ongoing throughout the games, 8 a.m. started our Mountain Click Polo Pump, as well as the Outside Adventure Pool School. Very cool thing, it's a partnership with Outside Magazine and Michael Brown's Rack Adventure Pools. You'll see many students walking around the grounds of these 12th annual local run games, capturing a story, editing a film, and producing it over the course of several days. Paddle, bike, run, fun, fish, dog, music, film, photo. Big props out to the Vail Valley Foundation for throwing this massive party.
So in a minute or so, the 8th climber will come out into the arena. Katarina Zervine of Austria. And her Austrian counterparts are right in front of me right now, ready to cheer her on. In 50 seconds so from now. It's been a good hunting ground, Vail, in the past for Kata. She comes second here a couple of years ago. 3 finals this year for the 25-year-old. 6th in Milano, 6th in Kitzbühel, and 6th in Toronto. And a 1 World Cup title to her name many, many moons ago, as in Moscow 5 years ago. Richard McNicholas on Twitter. He's cut the lawn, now time for some coffee and cake whilst watching the Vail qualifiers, and wishing all the best to all the British climbers. Very good afternoon to you, Nicholas. I know it's 5 o'clock your local time in the UK, and I know the sun is basking over in Great Britain at the moment, as it is here, and we shall see over the next couple of days if the sun will shine on one of these British climbers.
37 competitors from many, many points around the globe at this World Cup event. We've been hosting this International Federation of Sport Climbing World Cup for many years here in the Vail Valley, for our Liverpool Mountain Games. Very cool to give that home, bringing World Cup climbing back to the United States.
So Zervine, slowly but surely making her way up the first problem. Good start for Julianne Verme as well. trying to put behind her, not tackling that second problem. Shauna Cox, you can see, top right of your screen, Vail goes. So here's Coxie. A couple of climbers have struggled on this move. Shauna's again trying to find her footing, but still tops anyway. Well done to her, good start. Noguchi. Below number 2, 13 World Cup titles to her name. Anna Stoll in the gauntlet down, flashing the first 4 problems. Noguchi looking to follow in the Austrian's footsteps. Well done to her. Sonia Katas-Irvine left on the wall, as well as Julianne Vail, by the way. Got to spot Julie at the corner of my eye. Irvine already securing the bonus hold. Now it's just this one final move. Looking to secure the top, and she does so. Well done to her. So third attempt here for Vail. One minute to go for the German. No. A rueful smile from the German. But it's going to be another pass. It was like this much in Toronto last week, but she did struggle in the qualifiers. Still went through in about 11th place. But she'll obviously need to have a good climb on problem 4 and 5 to guarantee her place in the semi-finals. There's only one top right now and 3 bonuses to her name. Final climb here for Anna Stoll. As the Neve, Puccio and Stoll come out from the right-hand side of the arena. And Mina Leslie-Rajastik from Great Britain has also come out to join these qualifiers. Let's see if Stoll can flash all 5 problems. We've seen Sean McCall do it last week in front of his home crowd, and the crowd went wild. Bit of a reserve crowd here this morning. Not the electric atmosphere we saw in Hamilton. But still, it's a great achievement and a perfect start to the competition if they flash all 5. Not for Puccio. Stoll, got a got a couple of volumes to negotiate on the way to this top. The Austrian team, 4 feet to my left, cheering on their compatriot. This looks very good. Beautifully done on the Austrian. Fantastic. Her morning's work is done. And now she can sit back and relax. And there was a heavy fall there from Leneve. Still down on the mat, but I think she's okay. I think it's more in frustration than anything else. Puccio looking to secure this 4th problem. Stick it under the belt, and does so on the 2nd time of asking. Still should be good enough. In the meantime, other news, Mina Leslie Ujastic has topped out on her first hold. Brown still on the wall, Mocha Oda still on the wall, and this is Melissa Leneve as well. He has been staring at the clock for about a good minute now, saving her reserve. And that's in the crowd to get going, why not? Been rather reserved this morning, this Vail crowd, obviously saving themselves for the finals tomorrow. And Oda struggling on this 2nd problem. Minute to go for Leneve. Just this move here to find that blue hold. It's above the end of the caption there. There it is. Well done. Still time in hand. Couple more moves to go here for the French girl. Here she goes. Well done. Well done there to Melissa, puts it in 4th place at the moment. She's still got a couple of climbs to go. Anna Storr's work is done for the morning. So climber 11 coming into the arena, Melanie Zando. Don't beg your pardon, Monica Ricci, I beg your pardon, from Germany. 1 step ahead of myself. Zando will be coming out in 5 minutes' time. Kaonaguchi also on her final problem as well. Julie in a, I want to say a little bit of trouble right now, but in the back of her mind she'll be thinking she got at least top these last 3 problems, so she could be in a little bit of trouble here. Seen a lot of climbers do well in the early part and the early going here. Bear in mind, the best of the business have gone out first. We do have a lot of dark horses to come in the latter part of these qualifiers, but this is Vail making a good fist of this in this fourth problem. Catas Irvine falling as well. Vern goes as well. Shauna Coxey didn't even get the bonus on her second problem, so needs to get this one under her belt. This said she's been struggling with a knee problem. So near yet so far. Noguchi in the meantime, looks like her work is done. Beautifully done. 5 for 5 for Noguchi, 5 for 5 for Storr, and you can guarantee them two will be going out tomorrow morning very late. Afternoon. Yes, the reason I just said good morning, because Anna Storr just snuck past me and sat right next to me. Anna, a very good morning. A nice morning's work is done.
Yes, it is actually. It was an early morning for me, but I'm happy with how I climbed today.
Yeah, you must be delighted flashing all 5.
Yeah, definitely. It's always hard to flash all 5, although here, as you can see, once you fall, it's really a lot harder because the altitude really hits you.
That's my next question I'm about to ask, actually. How difficult is it climbing at 8,000 feet?
It's really hard, and Alex and me were sitting back there and we were saying, wow, the break feels a lot less long as normally, although we flashed the problems. So you can definitely feel it, your lungs feel it, and I think especially on problem 2, some girls have problems going to the last hold, and it's already a long time until you get up there, and once you keep falling there, I think it's just it takes a lot of power, and it's really, really hard to get back.
Because of where we are in this altitude and how much it takes out of you, is it a case of just taking no more 2, maybe 3 goes on some of these problems, especially the early parts of your climb, and trying to save yourself later on so you don't get away too much energy too quickly?
Yeah, exactly. I think especially if you fall in the upper part, you don't even have more than 3 tries, because once you get down, you have to breathe, first of all, and yeah, it just really takes a lot of energy to climb here.
But it's a place you've had a good record in the past couple of years. You've won here the last 2 years, so you know the key to winning here at altitude. So tell me, what is it?
I don't know, I guess not taking a lot of attempts. No, I always enjoy climbing in Vail, although the wall has changed. I'm looking forward to have a good crowd here and good competition.
You spent some time in Boulder, I believe, the last couple of days. Just tell us, what was that like?
Yeah, I really like Boulder. It's a really nice town, and from my perspective, I think it's a little European, more European than other American towns. Maybe that's why I like it so much, but I think the people are really nice, and we had a really good time. We went climbing at the spot with actually pretty much all the girls at the circuit, and this was a lot of fun too, and yeah, we just had a good time.
It's my first time to Vail, actually, and walking around that village, it does feel very like we're in the Alps and not the Rockies.
Well, it does somehow, yes, but I don't know, I guess the ski huts and everything is the same, right? I mean, the same beautiful building.
I know she said beautiful in inverted commas, Anna, but one other thing I have to mention as well. Your record this year, 5 out of 6. What has been the difference for you from 2012 into 2013? I remember you saying last year you couldn't put your finger on it. Do you have an idea what it is? How have you become that extra bit better than everyone else?
No, I really don't know. I mean, this season has been incredible for me, and it's still unbelievable. I mean, I don't know what's going on right now at the moment. I know that I also had luck. I mean, luck is always involved if you want to win, and I don't think that I'm that much stronger than the other girls. Sometimes I just had a bit more luck than they had, and but I also really enjoy climbing on the circuit. Yeah, I think we're all having a pretty good time.
So what now for you for the rest of the day?
I'm going to watch the men's qualification, and maybe some more shopping is involved too.
Well, enjoy the shopping, enjoy the men's qualification. Anna, thanks for joining us. Well done this morning.
Thank you.
Anna Storr joining us, as always, class act on and off the wall. And of course, if you have some questions for some climbers, no doubt a lot of them will be joining me, the men and the women, this afternoon. And do let us know on hashtag IFSCWC. An apology, by the way, my scoreboard hasn't updated. Shauna Coxey did flash that second problem, so a little bit of a bug in the scoreboard at the moment. And Alex Puccio in the meantime, bottom right of your screen. Getting cheered on by this Colorado crowd, the Colorado native. What can she do here? Beautiful. Her work is done for the morning. We'll see her into the semi-finals, no doubt in my mind. Melanie Zandau of France has started, the 2012 world champion, struggling with an injury this year in 2013. That's why results have been a little bit sporadic. Yet to make a final in 2013. That's the champion of Paris 9 months ago. No doubt she'll be back to her best very soon. And look at Oda struggling a little on this third problem. Still a good start though from the Japanese. Flashing her first two problems, as has Mina Leslie Wujastic as well. It's 35 seconds for these climbers. We're still actually getting confirmation on Shauna Coxey's second problem, by the way, because somebody's saying she has, some saying she hasn't. So the IFSC delegate, Graham Mogelson, is just finding a way, not going by the computer route, but by the paper route, to see if she did top that second problem. And when she does, I'll tell you, because it hasn't updated on the scoreboard in the system. Somebody told me she did, and somebody told me she didn't, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, just so you know, I've just had a confirmation. Still a little bit of confusion on Shauna Coxey's second problem here. We're not sure if it's second or third problem that she didn't top. Just trying to find it out now for you guys, because I know quite a few of you have been asking. And Graham continues to find out what it is. Julianne Verme in the meantime. Good top from her. She'll be pleased with that. And a massive exhale of breath as she leaves the wall. I think she struggled. British team cheering on Shauna Coxey on this fourth problem. And as Anna Storr said before, it is difficult climbing here at altitude. One final move for Coxey. Well done. That should be good enough. It is. You have to figure out what her score is, because I think her score is the only one in the system right now that's a little bit confusing. We're not sure how many she's topped. In fact, I think it's updated now. 3 tops out of 4 and 4 bonuses. It was the third problem she didn't top. So there you go, all you Shauna Coxey fans, you have been updated. She currently resides in 5th. Just Kata Zervine on the wall at the moment. Zervine struggling a little this morning. Finally finding 1 top on her first problem on her second go. Didn't even get the bonus on the second problem. She's just struggling on problem number 2. She'll see, no, struggling here on problem number 3 as well. And even with a minute to go on the clock, Kata Zervine said she's had enough of that third problem. It is. If you've never been at altitude, at 8,000 feet, and if you're not a physically fit person, let's say, even climbing the stairs can be difficult, as we've found out over the last couple of days. It does take your breath away at this altitude. Everybody drinks a lot of water just to keep refreshed, stop any altitude sickness, which does happen. One or 2 athletes may have been struggling a little over the last couple of days, just getting used to the altitude. That's why a lot of them are doing some training in Boulder before coming here to Vail. Ayadono from Japan, the 13th climber out. But I think you can safely say Puccio, Storr, Noguchi definitely will be in the semi-finals. You can bet your bottom dollar on that one. Try and have it. Try and grab a chat with Alex Puccio shortly. She's just finished. Currently getting interviewed by local television. And Oda struggling a little on this 4th problem. Didn't top her 3rd, but she's still in decent fickle at the moment. And a great start for the Brit. Mina Leslie Wojcicki flashing her first 2 problems. Remember chatting to her 12 months ago in Innsbruck, saying that semi-finals is what she wanted to aim for. That was her psychology on being more positive outlook on life and in her climbing. And it seemed to reward dividends because she's been qualifying for many semi-finals now, and she just wants to get that final under her belt. And job done for Oda. Vail, bottom right of your screen, getting towards the home stretch on her morning's work. Vail, a runner-up in World Cups on a couple of occasions, yet to find that World Cup maiden title. This is good stuff from her, and well done to her as well. Her morning's work is done, and we'll put her in 3rd place overall.
Great job, ladies. Maybe from Team Friends on that 5th qualifier problem. Adam Murphy's working hard over there, getting his dance on. I'd like to see that.
A few colour fans very vocal here, getting behind the Brits. Melanie Zando, of course, is the other climber on the wall as well. Did top her first problem on her 2nd attempt.
Subaru, perhaps the official outdoor vehicle of the outdoors. Visit Subaru.com today.
British climbers, the male counterparts, getting behind Mina here. Minute to go for the Brits, and I think that might be her last attempt there. Yeah, she's going to save herself in reserve for the last 2 problems. Still decent effort though so far. 2 tops for her out of 3. And another problem under her belt. At 4 or 5, that might see her into the semi-finals once again. Sando struggling and calling it a day on problem number 2. Shauna Coxey coming to an end of her round of problems this morning. Leah Crane just falling, but it's a good finish out for Coxey. Flashing that final problem. And I think he'll still keep it in 5th place, and it certainly does. Still struggling with that knee injury. Hopefully she'll come over and have a chat with us later on to see how she's keeping. Just looking behind me, by the way. But right behind my commentary position is a sports physio cabin. You see a lot of these like on golf tournaments. It looks exactly like one of them. And a lot of the climbers wanted to just get in a massage. Good top there from Ricci. And Julianne Verme is one of them in particular. Just sitting down. I think one of the German physios is there just rubbing her left arm at the moment. Maybe 1 or 2 strains. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. And Vera Zillistra from the Netherlands. Good start for her. Get the top under her belt. Team UK shouting on Leah Crane. Flashed her first problem. She may do this at the second time of asking. It's this final move that a lot of ladies have been struggling on the second problem, and Leah adds to that club. Leah Crane passes. One second problem. Let's keep some energy in reserve for later on. Kata Zervine struggling a little. 11th place right now. Struggling on this fourth problem. Still got plenty of names to come. So a lot of them are a couple of unknowns. But you can argue Zervine needs to find a top here to guarantee herself a place in the semi-final. One top may not be good enough. And she did her first top in 2 attempts, so she'll be in a little bit of trouble here. Could be the Austrian, former World Cup champion of 5 years past. And it looks like she might be passing here on the 4th attempt. Indeed she is, so it'll be down to the final problem for her.
Well, Daniel will go pro Mountain Games. DJ
So we shall see. Okay, now we're over a third of the way there. 5 climbs to finish so far. This is where we stand in the standings. Joint top at number 1. 2 names you would expect to see at the top of the leaderboard. Anna Stornicke and Noguchi flashed all 5 problems. Well done to them. Listen to Neve. Good afternoon. Good morning's work from the climber from France. 5 bonuses from 5 tops in 6 attempts. Alex Puccio in 4th place. 5 tops in 8 attempts. 5 bonuses in 8 attempts. Shauna Coxey, 4 tops in 4, 5 bonuses in 5. Discovery reside in 5th place. And Momoka Oda is in 6th place right now. She's just on the wall as I speak. 3 tops in 4 attempts, 4 bonuses in 4. And the other climber to finish is Julianne Verme. 2 tops in 2 attempts. She flashed both them problems. And 5 bonuses in 6. To find her in 8th place right now. Still some time to go. The name I think is in trouble right now is Kata Zervine. 1 top in 2 attempts and 2 bonuses in 2. That's it for her right now. She has 1 problem left to go. And she could find herself in 11th. Betty Volker here for Mina. The UK Oda's going to finish strongly, flashing the last problem. Well done to her. I think that'll put her in joint 5th place along with Shauna Coxey. no doubt will be good enough, and indeed that is the case. Leslie Wojcicki now. You can see on your screen. Another top from her may see her through to the semi-finals. Guaranteed. Currently resides in 9th place. Good start from Diane Manick from Great Britain. It was a tough tournament for Diane out in Toronto. She did struggle out there, but it's an excellent start there from the Brit, and she will be pleased to get that top under her belt. Three climbers left on the wall. Ono of Japan, Sandow of France, Leslie Wojcicki of Great Britain. Seems to be struggling here in this middle part of these problems. 2, 3 and 4 have been quite difficult. 1 and 5 have been nice little respites. There have been nice little opening and closing problems for all the women climbers this morning. Sandow of France passes on problem number 3. And she could be another name in trouble. She's currently level with Kata Zervine in 11th place. So look, obviously looking to try and find a top later on, trying to secure that semi-final berth. And Mina is passing on problem number 4, so to save herself for later on. Still a decent effort from the Brit this morning. Flashing the first 2 problems and 4 bonuses in 5 attempts.
Please welcome from Team Canada, Stacey Weldon. There it is. Make some noise for Team Canada, people. It's very deep.
Important climb this for Kata Zervine of Austria. Only 1 top out of the 4 problems so far. She currently resides in tied 11th place. So very important that she finds the top here, otherwise she could be in trouble. Well, one climber who's not in trouble is going to sit down next to me now, is Alex Puccio. Alex, a very good morning. What's this you brought with you?
That's my physio. It's my foam roller.
Well, it's interesting you brought it with you to the commentary box, but anyway. And as Alex Puccio feeds my producer Mike, he hasn't had any breakfast this morning. How was your climb this morning for you?
It was good. I did all 5 boulders. I had a couple mishaps. I slipped off, my foot popped on the 4th one in the beginning. Luckily it was in the beginning, because you get really tired if you fall at the top. And then the last one, I kind of just slid off the starting hold twice, and then I did it. So yeah, I had a good time and I climbed well, so it's good to make your mistakes earlier on and hopefully you don't make them later.
I said this on a store earlier, and I'll ask you the same question because I believe you two were chatting about this behind the wall. How difficult is it to climb at altitude?
Well, I used to be used to it when I lived here, and every year that I come to this comp and it's like a year, you know, later, so it's another year that I haven't been living here. It gets harder and harder. And after every boulder pump, I go behind, as I'm walking behind the wall, I'm like holding my stomach because I feel like I'm about to throw up. So yeah, it's and I'm not even falling like on the first three, and I felt like throwing up after those ones, and I couldn't imagine like falling at the top and trying to go again. So I think the goal is to try to flash these boulder problems.
Is that the only way you can probably really win this competition or do well at it? You've got to go out hell for leather every attempt.
Yeah, I mean, the last two weren't so bad. The third one was okay, like for how you feel afterwards. But the first, I would say, the second one was a hard. Like you felt because you're on the wall for such a longer period of time, and the roof, like because if you climb straight up, it's not so bad. But the roof, you have so much climbing, and there's a lot of holes and moves on it. So, but yeah, it's fun.
You're going to be in the semi-finals, no doubt in my mind. But how happy are you to be back here on home soil, and you've got a good crowd here who are supporting you every step of the way?
Yeah, it's really nice. Like because I felt almost at home in Canada. We had a really good crowd there and everything, and you know, kind of some. You know, I'm not Canadian obviously, but it's like, you know, I have a closer to home, and then being at home now.
You have the North American advantage.
Yeah, I guess. And then here, it's, you know, hopefully it's even louder and better tomorrow. Like, but Canada's always the loudest crowd, isn't it? For some reason, Canada, you know, is always the loudest crowd, which is awesome. Like, you actually have to plug your ears when you're in isolation. And, you know, here it's like, I think it's more open, but hopefully the weather's good, because if the weather stays good, I think we'll have a bigger crowd than we will last year. So, crossing my fingers.
This is a happy hunting ground for you, isn't it? What happened 4 years prior? Taking that World Cup title here in Vail in 2009. Must have some happy memories here.
Yeah, and I'd love to do it again. I've been kind of close. I was close last weekend. I just messed up in the last boulder, and even though it was a powerful boulder, I don't know what happened and out of gas. So hopefully the altitude. I'm just worried about the altitude a little bit here, but hopefully it stays good.
Well, as I'm about to mention Toronto last week, you're one move away there, you could argue, from winning that. But you must take good confidence from that you're so close to capturing another World Cup title.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like, I even thought about it yesterday, like you know, you're gutted at one point because you knew so close, and I had the hold, like I just went past it and then back down. I was talking to Anna afterwards because it's not a great hold and you have to hit it perfect, and I knew after that I was so tired, and those were long boulder problems as well, and it's like I knew I wasn't getting back up there after that go, and I was like, oh man. But you know, it gives you confidence that you can do it. And I mean, I've not ever thought that I couldn't do it. I think I'm just learning to climb a bit better after doing the competitions, and I think it's more of the mental game. Last competition, I didn't even need to use headphones in isolation for finals, and I felt really happy. Like, even when everyone was cheering for the other people, I had a big smile on my face and goosebumps because I was waiting so excited for my turn, and I think it's just trying to channel that energy and that nervousness into something positive and good and feed off of it.
Finally, you got the family here as well to cheer you on?
Yeah, it's nice seeing my mom. I mean, she's crazy, but I love her. I hope Chris is watching. I know he's in Trinidad working. If you're watching, I love you, and I hope you're having fun watching and not working too hard.
Alex, absolute pleasure as always. Best of luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Alex Puccia there for you guys. Absolute pleasure to have her all the time. Great interviewee. Wears a heart on her sleeve, no doubt in my mind. Meantime, Kat Irvine, yes, she did top that final problem, so puts it in 10th place overall right now. We shall see if that will be enough as the qualifiers progress. So all eyes on the Brits to my left, very vocal. Right behind Mina right now, 9th place. She 8th, placed tied 8th, I beg your pardon. She sits at the moment after securing that bonus hold. Very good climbers from the Brit. Sandow struggling on that 4th problem. 1 to go for Mina Leslie Wojcicki, and excellent morning's work there for the Brit. She will be pleased.
Great sports action taking place here. Spoke after the Local Mountain Game across the mountain. Fly fishing free casting clinic taking place just behind us here at 10:30 and at 12:30. Soon, Geartown opens at 11, and also the Gibbons Slackline Gym. Round 1 begins.
So the top 7 in the competition are finished at the moment. Noguchi and Storr tied 1st place, Leneve in 3rd, Puccio 4th, Coxey 5th, Oda in 6th, Leslie Wojcicki in 7th. Gillian Verma is the other climber to finish in 9th, Kata Zervine as well. She also finished, and she lies in 10th place as we stand right now. And currently Angela Payne, climber number 17, has made it into the arena, and there are still 20 climbers still yet to come.
And then runs over, does a zip line, and comes back rejuvenated and enlivened. He's living his adventure every zip line ride that he takes.
All the climbers who are finishing their qualifiers come and have a chat with me. I'd like to have Shauna Coxey next to me now. Shauna, a very good morning to you. First of all, let's chat about your climb overall. A decent morning's work.
Yeah, definitely. They weren't so friendly for me, but I'm happy with how I did.
Now, one thing I was chatting about, you just said to me as you were walking in, you've got a problem with your knee right now. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I seem to be full of injuries at the moment. So I damaged my knee a few weeks back, and it's just hindering me a little bit on certain moves. Heel hooks, keep things toned down. So yeah, this session this morning wasn't the best one for me.
You say it wasn't the best one. You're still in 5th place, and you know that you will make the semi-finals. So you still got still things to do in the semi-finals later on tomorrow. So you're still going to be looking forward to that. But how difficult is it trying to climb, knowing you've got a disadvantage already, knowing you've got a knee that kills you right now?
It's a bit of a disadvantage, but I mean, it's more important for me to be able to climb next year than this comp, so I don't want to push it too much, which is why I stopped trying at number 3. It's pretty weird just walking away having not completed a boulder, but yeah, I think I'm going to be pretty careful with it and just see how it goes.
One massive thing you must be pleased about, after hitting this one in Vail, you don't want to have a comp now until the end of August, so you've got plenty of time to get that knee back to full fitness.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of sad and like good in both ways, because it's sad to see it come to an end, but it's not too long until the next one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing lots of rehab and getting it back to full strength and getting that climb onto the back. So yeah, it's fun.
I had a chat with Alex Puccio and Anna Storr before about climbing at altitude. Now, I'm struggling commentating, and God knows what you guys must be like out on the wall. So basically, you got a bad knee, you had to climb at altitude, so everything's not going against you really before you even start.
Yeah, I guess everyone's climbing at altitude though, so that's a disadvantage to everyone, luckily. Yeah, it's really hard. You get really pumped and you get so out of breath. Everyone is around the back. It looks like we've just ran like a marathon pretty much. We're all panting and trying to catch our breath, and we've only just gone up a little wall. So yeah, it's pretty hard work.
But with your bad knee and with the altitude that it is it for you, ahead of the semi-finals tomorrow, 2 goes, 3 goes per problem, no more? You got a career to think about and not just one World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm going to be smart about my attempts. I'm not going to be stupid, but if I fall out for stupid reasons, then I'll have more goes. So like a run and jump, you can't limit yourself to 2 goes, or you're never going to get, well, I would never get up it. So yeah, I don't know, I guess I'll just try and be smart on the boulder problems and take it easy and not push myself on certain moves too hard.
As well as the rehab, what are you going to be doing for the next 10 weeks?
Well, I've got loads planned actually. I'm out here for another 3.5 weeks, and then I fly back home for 6 days to do the British Championship, and then I fly to Australia for 3.5 weeks, and then I'm back home training for 3 weeks, and then it's Munich. So yeah.
Well, you get about, don't you? 3.5 weeks more here. So what's it? You're going to climb some local routes here?
Yeah, I'm going to try and get out on the boulder problems around here, just give my knee a little bit of time, and then yeah, climb on some rocks, do something different. I think it's good to take your mind off competition for a while, so yeah.
And what's happening in Australia?
More rock climbing, yeah. I'm going to trip with some of the 510 guys, so yeah, it should be fun. I'm really excited.
What part of Oz?
I think we're going to the Grand Pits. I don't know, everyone got things for me.
Well, lucky you. What's the plan now for you for the rest of the day?
I'm going to support the rest of the girls. Leah's climbing right now, she's looking really strong. And she'll probably crush the slab because she's awesome on slabs. And then we've got Diane out, and then maybe a little nap before the guys actually, because climbing here is so tiring.
Well, we wish you well, Shauna. Best of luck for the semi-final. Let's hope that knee gets a lot better ahead of tomorrow's semi-final. Thanks for joining us as always.
Thank you very much.
So we'll try and get more guests joining me throughout the morning. And we shall see how the rest of these climbers getting on. We've got a few more who are finishing right now. Monica Risi, in fact, she currently resides tied 6th with Momoka Oda. Top here could put a level with Shauna Coxey, I believe. And be a good climb for her. So many female climbers we're going to have a chat with. We're going to have a chat with a couple of the British counterparts who are 5 feet to my left. My co-commentator from last Sunday, John Partridge, joins me now. John, a very good morning to you. Your thoughts of what you've seen so far?
Yeah, morning. It's been a great round so far. I think the altitude is, it's playing a bit of a factor today. The problems are quite long as well. There seems to be quite a few through the middle sections which are pumping the girls out. But yeah, fantastic event, sun's out, and looking forward to getting cracking later on.
What have you been doing the last few days?
Trying to do some altitude training, which has been quite amusing. There's a big half pipe here going up the mountainside, so on Tuesday I thought it'd be a good idea to try and run up next to it. So got about a third of the way up and then had to walk. It was a bit of a nightmare. And then yesterday we went up to the top of Mount Evan, which was totally incredible. So it's about 14,000 feet or something, which has been great sort of altitude training. So hopefully that will help.
Well, we hope it does. We've been here, myself and Mike, since Tuesday, and even climbing up a flight of stairs, you get absolutely cream crackered. How hard is it for you guys trying to get? Well, even though you're not going to go out until 3-4 this afternoon, how hard is it even in training, just going up one problem?
Yeah, I mean we've had 2 sessions at the wall in Vail, and it's tiring. You don't feel physically tired. It's the fact that you just can't get enough oxygen into the muscles, so you don't feel like you're firing. But it's a really interesting experience. It's my first time here in Vail as well, which has been a welcome change. They're putting on a great show here. The wall's pretty big. Really looking forward to it.
What are your expectations ahead of the qualifier this afternoon?
No expectations, but as with every comp, it's about making it through to the next round. Really would like to get through to the next round today. Be my first semi-final this year, which would be a nice change before the break, before Munich. Yeah, I think everybody's the same. Just focus on making it through to the next round.
Let's ask Shauna actually about the summer break that you got coming up before Munich. 10-11 weeks. What are you going to be doing during that?
Pumping iron, I think. No. We've got our British Championships first weekend in July, so get back, get over jet lag, and start preparing for that. But yeah, for me, I've got a long list of things that I'd like to work on. But yeah, I feel like the break will be nice, just to de-stress slightly from the comps. It is a difficult environment. There's a lot of travelling and things, and yeah, it'd be nice to spend some time at home and actually feel like you're doing some training.
You spent a lot of time with the British team. What's the atmosphere like in camp at the moment? I think I spotted you guys having a barbecue last night, I think.
Yeah, we got the grill on. Not something we get to experience much in the UK. So yeah, we got the grill on. We've had a few steaks, some chicken. Yeah, it's been great. We're really lucky. We've got a fantastic team. Everybody's really motivated to do well in the comps, and yeah, it feels like a real family when we're away.
Fantastic, John. Best of luck this afternoon. Pleasure as always.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Please welcome from Team Japan, Atori Yasuda on women's qualifier number 1. Grateful to see so many nations out here: Japan, Australia, Canada, Netherlands, Great Britain.
Leah Crane starting her final climb. One worthy mention, Melanie Zando, big trouble for her. 15th place she rides right now after her 5 climbs, and there's still plenty of climbers yet to come. Well, the guests keep coming thick and fast here in my commentary position. I'm delighted to be joined by Martin Hammerer. Now, Martin is the international route setter here for this competition here in Vail. Martin, a very good morning to you. Are you pleased with your work so far?
Yeah, I think it's kind of alright. 2 girls with 5 flashes and 2 more with 5 problems, if I recall correctly, and that's kind of alright.
Now, just give an idea of how difficult your job is. You don't just set these routes out this morning. You've been here since, what, Monday, Tuesday, getting the routes not just for the qualifiers, but the semi-finals and the finals, all ahead and in the bag.
Yes, we arrived on Monday, and since then we worked non-stop to set up the boulders, create the right difficulties for qualifiers, semis and finals, and yeah, that's our job, that's what we do.
Without giving too much away, what can the viewers expect in the semi-finals and the finals over the weekend?
They can surely expect a hard battle for the final places and then for the victory in the semi-finals and finals. I hope, or I'm pretty sure there'll be some spectacular moves in it, and yeah, they should be keen to watch the comp.
How much have you been enjoying Vail? I know you were out in Toronto last week a lot longer than myself. It's a great part of the world, but even these climbers at altitude as well, do you take that into account, that climbing at this height? It does take a lot of energy out of them, and you make the problems just a tiny little bit easier?
Yeah, we take it into account, especially with the recovery part, because when you're down from the wall you just have to breathe for half a minute maybe, and then before you're ready to start thinking again. So we take that into account, and yeah, we'll see how it works out.
Absolutely fantastic. Just to give us an idea, the men's qualifiers this afternoon, is it roughly the same as the women? Well, I won't say the same as the women's, but the same level, for example?
We always try to make it kind of hard, and if there are 4 guys with 5 tops for the men as well, that would be kind of perfect. So we'll see if we get there.
We shall see this afternoon. Martin, many thanks for joining us, and best of luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you too, you too.
We're going to wade through 37 competitors from around the world. They'll become 24-hour semi-final and 6-4-hour final. Make sure you check out the schedule and map. The map is very cool, presented by Garmin. It just lets you know the depth of what we have going here at these 12th annual GoPro Mountain Games slopestyle, which is the guys on the bikes spinning and flying through the air.
And of course, do you get any questions for any climbers when they join me? Not just in the female competition, some of them still hanging around, but of course in the men's competition later this afternoon. Drop them on the hashtag IFSC WC, and I'll happily read them out. Of course, your predictions and your overall thoughts this weekend. Dan Mennick struggling a little on problem number 4. She currently resides in 16th place. Good start from Angela Payne from the USA. 2 tops in 4, 3 bonuses from 3 so far for the American. Right now, she is the highest climber currently on the wall as I speak. But the climber in big trouble right now is Melanie Zando, the 2012 world champion from France. She has been struggling with injuries, and she currently resides in 15th place. 1 top in 2 attempts, 4 bonuses in 4 for her. So if we have 5 more climbers just flashing one of their 5 problems still to come, then Melanie will not make the semi-finals.
Make sure you make your way over and pick up as much free
Good climbing this from Angela Payne on problem number 3. She could really make a move on this competition. On so near yet so far for the American. So in the dying embers of this climb for all these climbers. Clive Bell from Great Britain, very close to topping out here on this first hold, on this first problem, I do beg your pardon. The time is against her. Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Melissa Lunave. Exactly. She's been schooling me on how to pronounce her surname. Melissa, a very good morning to you. First of all, tell me about qualifiers. You must be delighted with how you climbed.
No, it was really fun actually. Really powerful, like always in US. I mean, yeah, really powerful. And the altitude is pretty high, so hard to breathe, and yeah, it's more, I don't know, tactical. You know, you have to be tactic.
Well, it's going to allow me into my second question, because I've been chatting with Alex Puccio, Shauna Coxey and Anna Storm. They all said to me how difficult it is to climb at 8,000 feet. And you just mentioned there, you've got to be very tactical of when you attack these problems.
Exactly. Like, you know, like, I don't know, I know, like, I have, okay, 3 try maximum, and if I fall at the beginning, like 1 or 2 try. If I'm like 100% or 200%.
Is that the key to winning here at altitude here in Vail? Is going 100% on first problem and second problem, and after that you've got to say, I can't do it because I've got to keep myself in reserve for the rest of the problems.
That's a tricky question, because actually I never win. So
well, you never know.
Yeah, but yet no. Like, maybe it's a good tactic, but it's a tactic I will use for sure. And yeah. I think it's a question for, I don't know, Anna or
you keep your cards very close to your chest there, Melissa. You've been in North America, you were out in Toronto last week. I didn't speak to you then, but looking back on that competition, how wild was that crowd, the atmosphere there in Hamilton? It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really amazing. The crowd pushed you really a lot, and the semi-final was a bit strange, weird, I mean, but it's the fault of nobody. I mean, yeah, it can happen, and anyway, like, you have to do, okay, 4 flash boulder, and you have to do it, you know, it's the fault of anybody. But the crowd was really present, and it's always fun, like, even if you don't do really well, like, you, I don't know, play a bit with them, and like, I don't know, like, they can enjoy the thing.
And what have you been doing in between Hamilton and the competition here over the last couple of days? Some climbers have been down in Boulder. Have you been there?
Yeah, in the spot one time, and the rest of the time, I don't know, sleeping, shopping, you know, like, trying to rest a bit. Yeah, that's all.
Is that how you're going to spend the rest of the day? A little bit of shopping, a little bit of sleeping?
Yeah, exactly. And like 2 days ago, I went up of the mountain, I don't know, walking 4 hours. It was awesome. Really, you can really see all the valley, and it was really nice.
Are you going to maybe have a look at a couple of the other mountain games that are going on? I believe there's dog jumping that's about to start later on. That should be entertaining to watch.
It's not my favorite sport actually. I think I will go more for kayaking. I really love kayaking. And maybe mountain biking. For sure, I will watch it. For sure. Fantastic.
Melissa, we'll see you no doubt in the semi-finals tomorrow morning. Thanks for joining us and best of luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Melissa Lineve. Tiffany Melius just falling off the wall there. Tiffany in excellent form in Toronto last week, making the semi-final there. When I told her that she made it, she was maybe tears rolling down her cheeks. She was so pleased of the achievement that she did out there in Toronto. Struggling a little at the moment though, 19th place at the moment for the Aussie. And Vera Zilistra finishes her round in 17th place. It was a good climb from Vera last time out in Toronto, but it could be she'll have to rely on a little bit of luck if she's going to make the semi-finals. Diane Merrick over the top here may make the semi-finals. We are now at climber 23, Marita Akowski from Canada. Myself and my producer Mike, we shared a flight with Marita on the way from Toronto to Denver. She was very much looking forward to this competition. Angela Payne's been in excellent form here so far. And Angela Payne could be another American who could be trying to secure a semi-final berth here. Finds the top of this fourth problem, she could get there. Currently resides in 12th place. Payne, 29-year-old, former finalist here in Vail 2 years ago. Still plenty of time to go in all of these climbs. Sun is basking down now here in Vail. It most definitely has its hat on. Luckily, all these climbers are climbing in the shade. I think the sun only hit it first thing this morning when Anna Storr was kept coming out, and it's now high in the sky, and there's a massive canopy that covers the walls, and as well as covering our competitive position, it's really cool in the shade, but really warm in the sunshine. Oh, that sounds a bit daft, but trust me, there's a nice cooling breeze here, and I'm sitting here with a pullover on, with a jumper on, and there's a couple of people walking on with coats on and hoodies in the shade, and when you look at the sunshine, everybody's got shorts and t-shirts on. It's a little bit weird, it's a little bit odd at the moment, but such is the weather at 8,000 feet.
last hurrah here for Diane Medic. One hand on the bonus, she secures that bonus hold. No, just losing her grip there around that volume. Does secure the bonus, but it's still will keep it in 16th place at the moment.
The owner of a black BMW that was parked, I believe, just outside on the street, is that to be told. The owner of that black BMW, they would have run over there and had a conversation with Vail's finest.
Final minutes for all 5 of these climbers on the wall right now.
Still plenty of time.
10 seconds to go here. Diane Medic's 2 holds away. She needs to move now. She wants to get this final hold. No, not happening for her. 16th place she'll finish. Still plenty of climbers yet to come out on the wall as well. Stacey Weldon of Canada, 14th place she currently resides. A polite round of applause for the American, Tyler Youngworth, coming out into the arena. Weldon, in the meantime, bottom right of your screen, about to finish off her climb for the morning. 14th place she resides. Top here, possibly might get above Kata Zervine, who currently resides tied 12th.
Again, you can follow online the webcast at IFSC.tv, and also follow the Twitter conversation taking place around the world at hashtag IFSCWC. Thule, bring your life. Thule is the world-leading manufacturer of boot racks, carrying everything: bike, water sport carriers, boot boxes, snow chains, as well as luggage bags. Always secure.
Weldon, this is a good climb from the Canadian. Got to keep her balance well. Sean McCall, the coach, just to the right-hand side, trying to cheer Stacey on. And she's so near there. She knows how to do it now, knows the problem, but with the altitude here, has it taken so much energy out of her. I think a top here might see her into the semi-finals. Still time on the clock for all these climbers. Just to remind you, if you want to get in touch, use the hashtag on Twitter, IFSCWC. IFSCWC. Your predictions, your thoughts on Vail, the route so far. Keen to hear your thoughts. The sun basks down on qualification day here in Colorado. It's a good climb here for Stacey Weldon. She's got so close before.
And it's just those final two moves that are hampering the Canadian. 14th at the moment. Could be enough. It could be enough. Shall see. Usada from Japan. I spoke too soon. Looked like she was making a good effort on problem number 3. I think well done. This might be her last roll of the dice here. I think with a glum look, that could be one of her last last climbs, but I spoke too soon. Well done. Really getting on with it now. She's only got 15 seconds here to secure this final problem. She's got to give everything and she's going to be quick. No, that'll be that done. No tops there for any of those climbers. Climber 25. Lisa Chulich from the USA. Now, Angela Payne, I'm going to keep my eye on her for a minute because I think a top here puts 10th, and no doubt I think that would be more than enough to make the semi-finals. Do have a few unknowns still to come. A few unknown climbers still to come here this afternoon. The time just 11:30 here local time. Final climber comes out at 12:30 in an hour or so from now. And just to remind you as well, the men's qualifiers get underway 3 p.m. this afternoon. Dmitry Sharafutinov, he got here eventually via Alex Pucio's mum. He will be the first climber out at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Two and a half minutes to go on this particular climb for all of these 5 climbers. If you want to know where your favourites lie, it's go to www.ifsc-climbing.org and you can find the latest results from there. Lisa Chulich with a great start for her, flashing the first problem. Puts into 15th place, sends Melanie Sando down 1 rung on the ladder. She now lies in 16th.
1 minute to go. These 4 climbers left out on the wall. Claire Bell making a decent fist of problem number 3, but so near yet so far for her. Angela Payne getting a lot of support here, although those watching here in Vail. She's already secured the bonus, but a top here I think will secure her, no doubt, a semi-final berth. I would argue she may have already done enough anyway, but this will guarantee it. Not going to happen. She lies in 12th right now. I think it will be enough. Two tops in 4, 5 bonuses in 5 for Angela Payne, and she currently sits in 12th place. Andrea Brigitte Zichelli, 26th climber to enter the arena. Best finish was here 2 years ago, when she came 18th and made the semi-final. Now Tiffany Melius here in the bottom right of your screen. Currently sits in 20th place, so no doubt she will be looking for a top here, and she will be able to get into, or have a fighting chance I should say, get into the semi-final. Melius, in the bottom right of your screen. 2 moves away here from securing the top here, and possibly a semi-final berth, but I spoke too soon. She currently sits in 20th place, and needs the top here, otherwise I can see she'll have to rely on the 11 climbers still to come not to find a top, and you want to put it past at least one of them.
A minute to go. All 5 climbers still out there. I think that might be Melius's day done, I think. Such is the energy sapping altitude that we're at. As Melissa Leneve said to you before, it's all about, it's not your muscles getting tired, it's the trying to get the oxygen into the lungs. Very difficult. And I think it's all about going hell for leather as early as you can. Stephanie Melius, face of resignation. And she leads the wall and has to rely on a lot of good fortune now for her to make another semi-final.
Coming up at 1 p.m. over at the International Bridge on Coral Creek, the Bud Light Line Kayak Freestyle presented by Eddie Bauer begins with their qualifier round. We're able to see the freestyle as the men and women wage battle against the hydraulic, the hold of the sport, spinning their kayaks, doing as many aerial maneuvers as possible.
So 3 minutes to go for these climbers. Claire Bell from Great Britain, 19th place, she currently resides. Still 2 problems yet to go. Lee Sethner. Now, somebody mentioned before she may have already topped one of her previous problems. Well, it hasn't registered on the scorecard so far. Only 1 bonus to her name. All 5 climbers still out here, and with over a minute to go, and it is. People really are struggling now. So looking at Lee Sethner with a minute to go. And the altitude may be getting to quite a few of these guys. And a lot of vocal support from the crowd as well for all the Canadian climbers. Well, the climbers coming off the wall and coming to join me in the commentary tent. Delighted to be joined by Tiffany Melius from Australia. Tiffany, a very good morning to you. It's hard out there, isn't it?
It is, and I thought that I had acclimatized to the altitude, but apparently not. The panting is very evident after all the problems.
No, you guys have been climbing. I've been sitting here in my commentary position. As we've just seen the top, late on in the day, by Francesca Metcalf. We'll chat about that in a minute, but just tell me how difficult it is out there.
I find that the moves are really powerful, which I understand is pretty typical for North American, but that is generally my strength. So I was kind of looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I injured my shoulder in the semis in Hamilton, so I was really wary about that, although it didn't seem to bother me too much, which was great. But it really is like, with the altitude, everything that you do is like double or triple the effort of what it normally is. So very difficult.
Yeah, was it that injury to your shoulder, it hampered you during these qualifiers?
No, it happened in semis at Hamilton. I actually don't know what problem it was on. About an hour after I finished climbing, it just started being really painful. I couldn't lift my arm for 3 days. So thanks very much to the physio here in Vail, Nicole, who has helped and actually enabled me to climb today. Otherwise, I was thinking I was going to have to pull out.
But one thing I should mention, though, looking back at what happened in Canada last week, it was something you'll always remember, wouldn't it? Yeah, in that crowd, in that atmosphere, they were cheering your name as well in that semi-final and in the qualifiers. They loved your bits up there, and that's something you'll always remember, won't it?
Oh, absolutely. And it was my first World Cup. I've competed in some Asian international comps before, but it was my first World Cup. And to make semis, I mean, you saw how thrilled I was to make it through last time. So, yeah, I'm really just happy to be here. Happy that I can actually compete, that my shoulder hasn't been bad enough that I had to pull out. So, yeah.
What now for you over the next weeks and months? Are you going to try and come to more World Cups in 2014? Maybe look at the World Cup in Munich and you can get over there. What's the future hold for you?
Well, it's a decision I have to make, actually, because I had initially made the World Cups my goal, and now having been here, like, it's a huge expenditure in terms of effort and for training as well as getting here, in terms of money, in terms of time. Like, it really does take over your life when it's something that you decide you want to do. So I mean, I'm pretty keen to compete in some more World Cups. I won't be in Munich, I just can't afford to get there, but yeah, it's definitely something that I'll be making a decision about soon. Probably lots of climbing over the summer. It'll be really nice apparently in Squamish this year, so I'll be spending a lot of time up there.
And how was the family coming over last week? How much did they enjoy watching you?
Oh, fantastic. I don't know if you've seen my mum waving the boxing kangaroo flag there in the crowd and calling out to me, and she seems to have recruited everyone in the crowd around her as well, in Hamilton as well as here. So it's been really, really great, and you know, to have her around just for moral support is fantastic. But I've been adopted as an honorary member of the Canadian team, so I've had all their support as well.
Fantastic. Tiffany, hopefully this is the start of many, many World Cups we will see about over the next few years. Thanks for joining us, and well done again.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to chat to Tiffany Melius there. I know a lot of guys watching out in Australia. And Francesca Metcalf, I do beg your pardon, she topped out in the dying seconds of that last problem a few minutes ago. She now resides in 19th place, joint 19th with Claire Bell of Great Britain.
There's my Monday morning as we work our way through 37 events.
Well, so the climbers keep going thick and fast to join me in the commentary tent. Diane Mennick's just joined me now, and Diane, you're glad of a little bit of shade, aren't you?
I certainly am. It's getting hot out there. I hope it clouds up again for the men.
And I just, my sincere apologies as well. We just you got your lunch behind you here as well, so I do apologise that we've interrupted your post-game lunch. But first of all, tell me about the climbing this morning for you, the qualifications. How did it go?
It was hard work out there. I'm definitely feeling the altitude. Even though the first problem wasn't burly, you hold your breath to find a balance, and then you come away panting. It's quite strange. And then I got the first one, and then it was just into the really burly, steep stuff. It was hard work, just trying to keep your breath going, really.
I was about to mention, actually, because there's something I've chatted with all the climbers with this morning about how difficult is it climbing here in Vail when we're 8,000 feet above sea level.
When you're actually on the wall, you don't notice. So, well, I don't, because you're concentrating on the moves. It's when you let go or fall off, obviously. And then you're like, whoa. It's hard work.
It's not the case of the muscles tightening up, it's getting oxygen into the lungs, what a lot of climbers are saying to me.
Yes, that's right. You find yourself short of breath. I got a stitch when I never normally get a stitch climbing.
I think one climber said to me before that it was like running a marathon, just going up one problem.
Maybe, but I'd never run a marathon, so I wouldn't know.
Dan, you've been a boulder now for many years. How much have you seen the competition change since you started out to where it is today?
It's getting harder and harder. The climbers are getting better and better as the sport progresses. It's amazing. I'd say there's a lot. You have to be much more dynamic, and yeah, think outside the box a lot more. It's a lot more challenging than it used to be, and it's good to still be in the mix.
Well, it's something that you must enjoy. You must still enjoy the challenge with all these younger athletes, and they said the more dynamic they are nowadays, but you must still enjoy the challenge of all these problems from even when you started on day one to where you are now.
Yeah, that's why I compete. I absolutely love the challenge of trying to beat the boulder.
What does the summer hold now for you ahead of Munich?
We've got the British Championships at the beginning of July, and lots of training so I can crush in Munich.
Fantastic. Diane, absolute pleasure for you to join us. Hopefully we'll see you in the semi-finals. It's a little bit touch and go, but hopefully we'll see. Well done this morning.
Thank you.
Now, somebody did mention on Twitter earlier about Elise Sethner, that they could have sworn that she flashed the first problem. She did, and she now resides in 14th place overall. One top from one, 3 bonuses in 6 attempts. 14th for the Canadian. Stacey Weldon finished. 1 top from 1 and 2 bonuses from 2, and she resides in 15th place. Melanie Zando, the 2012 World Champions, dropped to 17th. Dan Menneker just interviewed, he's now 18th finished. And Vera Zelistra from the Netherlands, 19th place, just finished. They're the three I think will be in trouble, as we still have, 8 climbers still yet to come. Nice little breeze running through our commentary position here, so much so that my monitor nearly went over. But still, 3 Americans on the wall right now. Kira Condi from Montana, I believe. She tops out. I know she'll throw her hat in the ring to try and make a semi-final.
last time we had the Bud Light, full steak, steep creek race, presented by Bud Light Malt. And then we had some music at Checkpoint Charlie with Valley.
Just the last few seconds here. Now the sun's gone behind the clouds here, and it's really gone really cool here all of a sudden. I can see maybe a spot of rain on the horizon. Yeah, what's forecast for today? Chance of showers.
Alright, please welcome from Team Mexico, Claudia Maldonado.
Right, so I can see some climbers who definitely will not make the semi-final. Claire Bell from Great Britain. Tough day for Claire. And Tiffany Milius from the United States as well. Atori Yasada from Japan. She won't be here for the weekend.
See the climbers pausing at the beginning of their 5 minutes as they take a look and visualize just how these routes may go.
And as wants Erika Karlsson. Marita Akalski needs to find a top here on this last problem to give herself any sort of chance. And she'll have to do it in one go as well. Otherwise she will not be making a semi-final either. But as I said to you before, the 3 climbers I think are in trouble right now. Vera Zilistra of the Netherlands, Diane Medic of Great Britain, and Melanie Zandau of France. Vera's in 19th, Diane's in 18th, Melanie in 17th place as we stand at the moment. Francesca Metcalf from the USA is in 20th. She has 2 problems yet to go, and she's currently on problem number 3. So, I mean, that's 3 problems. One minute to go.
Now then, Akowski. No. Just loses her footing, and that'll be her race run. Okay, let me give you a rundown of where we stand right now with the bottom 7. Francesca Metcalf from the United States, 20th place right now. 1 top in 3 attempts. 3 bonuses in 6. She lies in 20th. Vera Zilistra of the Netherlands. 1 top in 3 attempts. 4 bonuses in 12. Diane Merrick of Great Britain. 1 top in 2 attempts. 3 bonuses in 7. Melanie Zando of France, 1 top in 2, 4 bonuses in 4. Lisa Churlitt of the United States, still on the wall. I think she has 1 problem to go. She flashed the first problem, so 1 top from 1 from her, 1 bonus from 1. Stacey Weldon of Canada, 1 top from 1 and 2 bonuses from 2. Elise Sethner of Canada, 1 top from 1, 3 bonuses in 6. She lies in 14th, and I think they're the only ones who I think could be caught. I think Kata Zervan's going to be fine. She currently resides in 13th place, 2 tops in 4, 4 bonuses in 4. Angela Payne for the United States, she's going to qualify as well. 2 tops in 4, 5 bonuses in 5. this is a good climb here for Tiffany Hensley of the United States. It's a good effort, but not close enough.
Please welcome calling for Team USA on the women's qualifier one, Isabel Faust. Tested where it matters. And limited edition Gold Pro disc golf disc. Visit the 5 or 10 for details. Vibrant, trust your rudder.
Francesca Metcalf, she can find a bonus in less than 5 goes. She'll go above Vera Zilistra of the Netherlands. So she's got 2 problems here to try and find a bonus in less than 5 holes. Vera's 4 bonuses from 12. Metcalf is currently 3 bonuses from 6. Decent effort this from Lisa Churlich. Secures the bonus and could secure a semi-final berth here with 2 good moves here. Oh, so near. Isabel Faust, by the way, she's topped out on route number 1. That is Isabel Faust. She may have missed the start time. There could be some problems for getting from isolation to here. I should point out, by the way, that isolation is nowhere near this wall right now. It's about a good third of a mile away than isolation. It's right in the town itself, so they're getting cars up to the wall here, and they're getting parked out behind the wall, and then they come out into the arena. So isolation is not behind the wall. It's about a third of a mile away. And in fact, Metcalf did secure that bonus, so she now moves into 19th place above Vera Zilistra. Now, Chelsea Rood topped out. Now, there's a bit of confusion here because it's got Chelsea Rood on our scoring system, but I believe it could have been Isabel Faust who actually topped out on that problem first of all, and that puts it in 21st place. Still waiting to hear confirmation from that.
Just under 30 seconds remaining.
Half a minute to go.
for these climbers. Last roll of the dice here for Lisa Churlich. Got very close last time around. We haven't seen anyone top this final problem in a while. And Lisa will not join that club.
At 2 p.m. we have the slow style qualifier over at Full Peak.
The wind really picking up here in Vail. There's a massive breeze flowing down the mountain.
Big props to the Vail Athletic Club, where we have our climbers in isolation. Also the Vail Athletic Club providing a home for the Vail Valley climbers and their climbing club. Also providing the climbing wall that we use for our climbers when they move up in isolation.
A tough fall there from Kyra Condi from Minnesota. She was up and okay. Now this is climber 33 on the wall on the top left of the screen. Now she says Chelsea Rude. Now I think somebody's missed out here or missed their time, because it should really be climber 34, Thace Mikino Sharawa. But Chelsea Rude did top out there. And bad news if you're a Vera Zilistra fan. She will not make the semi-final. She's now in 21st place. There's a little bit of confusion here because Tyler Youngworth has come back out on the wall. This may have been where the confusion lies. She's come back out on the wall, climber 24, to tackle problem number 2 again. Not sure why.
There's a top there from the Brazilian, Thay Makino Shariwa, and puts her in 20th place. One top from two, one bonus and one. So with that, it now puts pressure on Francesca Metcalf. She doesn't know it, but she doesn't top here. She's out. And I think that could be her tournament done.
Shannon Russell.
Good effort this from climber 33, Chelsea Lude. Oh, but Sonny yet so far once again. Currently in 17th place is the American. Shannon Russell from the USA, not far away from the top on problem number 1 here. Shannon Russell to find at the top, and she gets it. Yes. Let's see how many attempts it took her.
Well done, Shannon Russell, on that number 1 qualifying problem.
And because it's very much nip and tuck between 15th and 20th, and so much so Shannon Russell's put herself in 20th place. Francesca Metcalf does not make it. She's currently tied with the Brazilian Faye Makino Shariwa. Minute to go for these climbers. So climber 36 makes out into the arena. Megan Mascarenas. For those eagle-eyed who have spotted it, there was a technical issue earlier, so they haven't been coming out 2 by 2. There's a round later on when Isabel Fau came out. So much so, I do believe that American did top, and that scoreboard hasn't yet been updated, so the Diane Merrick fans, you're going to have to keep all your fingers and toes crossed, because she's currently in 19th place. Still a few climbs left on the wall, it could go down to bonuses. Bonus secured for the American Isabel Fau. Now it's all about trying to make it up to the next hole, that blue hold. Fau trying her best, but she's struggling. She's got to have a good reach here, and then on she goes. The American climbers are really enjoying themselves on this first problem. See if Megan Mascarenas can add to it. There's one, there's two, yes! The Americans having a lot of delight on that first problem. And that might move Mascarenas into a decent position. Moves up to 25th place for the American. One top in 3, one bonus in 3. She may need to find another top though if she's going to advance. So the final climber makes her way into the arena, number 37, Nina Williams of the United States.
So Nina Williams, can she carry on where got a lot of good American fortune on this first problem? And if she can flash it, she'll put her hat in the ring for a possible semi-final berth. Kyra Condi on the final problem right now. She currently resides in 26th place. Any top in the latter half after this first problem, if they can find one, they'll be in the semi-final. It's simple as that. From 14th all the way down to 27th. Just one top. That's all those guys have got. So it's gone down to number of problems, number of attempts to do, beg your pardon, and then bonus holds. Chelsea Rood moved up to 14th place after securing a bonus on the third problem. But I think it's going to be down to Shannon Russell and Thay Makino Shariwa of Brazil. Them two are tied currently in 20th place. So that could be down to bonuses for those two women. Melanie Zando, the 2012 World Champion, 18th currently. This is not a bad effort here from Chelsea Rood once again. But I think she may have already done enough to reach the semi-finals anyway, as this American climber. Condi, in the meantime, 2 minutes to go, needs to find a top here, otherwise her tournament life is over. So near yet so far. Nina Williams on problem number one. They've had some good joy of the Americans on this first problem. I'm not sure how many attempts Nina has taken here so far, so if it is two, she may have a chance here. This is her second go. She couldn't throw her hat in the ring. I'll wait for my scoreboard to update. See if that's her first or second attempt. It is her second attempt, so she goes now into tied 20th place, along with Shannon Russell and Thay Makino Shariwa. One other thing I should mention as well is Isabel Fau. It says currently she had one bonus from one, but I could swear that she did top out on her first attempt. Polite round of applause there for Kyra Condi, but it's not going to be enough for her. 28th she will finish. Not spoken much about the Mexican, Claudia Maldonado. Only 2 bonuses so far for the Mexican. And unless she finds a top here, I think her race will be run. Now, bottom right left of your screen, Isabel Fowl here. Number 32. According to our scoreboard on the computer, she didn't top the first one, but I am adamant that she did. It all depends on how many goes, because that could set the benchmark for 20th place at the moment. Now Megan Mascarenas is not far away. She finds a top here. She's in the semi-final. One hand. Oh, Sonia Nietzsche. Mascarenas in the meantime. Not a bad effort this from the American. And again gets one hand on the top hole, but fails to connect. .12:45 here local time. Just to remind you, the men's qualifiers get underway 3 p.m.
There's that 1 minute warning. Making our way through the 5 competitors as we make our way across the wall. 5 problems. 37 climbers. 37 will become 20 for our semi-final.
Good upper body strength here from the Brazilian. But time is our enemy now. And it's trying to get that next move onto that hold that they've been struggling. So many ladies have been struggling on that this afternoon. Just 10 seconds to go. Isabel Fowl not going to get there. But still interested in find out what her score is. Touch and go here for a few climbers. And as we stand right now,
There, Nick, it hits the road once
Nina Williams in 20th place on the wall currently. According to the scoreboard, she's already secured the bonus hold. Faye Makino Shariwa, one top in 2 attempts, 2 bonuses from 4 and 21st. Shannon Russell still on the wall as well, currently on her 3rd problem. 1 top in 2 attempts, 1 bonus from 1. Now Shannon Russell secures that 2nd bonus on the 3rd problem. She's now 2 bonuses from 3, 1 top from 2. Nina Williams is still the one to beat in 20th place at the minute. 1 top from 2, 2 bonuses from 2. You Diane Merrick fans, I know a few Brits watching. 1 top from 2, 3 bonuses from 7 for Diane. Right now, Melanie Sandor, the 2012 World Champion. 1 top from 2, 4 bonuses from 4. I think that'll be good enough, in fact, for Melanie, unless we have some magic happen late in the day here in Vail. So we're getting towards the business end now of these women's qualifiers. Isabel Fowl of the United States on the final problem. I'm pretty sure she topped her first problem. Is still yet to register on the scoreboard, and that could have some effect on the outcome. I wasn't sure if she did it first time or second time, but she did first time. She could be in the semi-final. Second time, doubtful for the lack of bonuses that she's achieved on her last 4 climbs. So we shall see if it does make any sort of impact.
I'm saying that though, if she does flash this, then she probably will be in the semi-final. She's not making a bad effort of it either. No, lost the footing, and a bit of a heavy fall there for the American. Now the other one to keep your eye on here is the Brazilian. He's currently looking at the wall, but this is a good climb this from Mascarenhas. I spoke too soon. Now keep your eye on the bottom left of your screen of the Brazilian, struggling at the moment. Still with half a chance here to reach the semi-final. Again, good effort this from Vail. Oh, so near to actually slid down the wall there as well. That may have hurt a little. Good news for you Chelsea Rood fans. She's guaranteed to be in the semi-finals. And maybe, I think Elise Sethna will be shortly, should Isabel Vail not top this. She'll be the next one to secure her place in the semis. Thais Meccano Shirawa, the Brazilian, secures the bonus. And now puts herself into 20th place. But bearing in mind Nina Williams and Shannon Russell still to come. It's a 3 bonus from 9, and I think that could be the coup de grace there for Isabel Vail. Again, depending on how quick she did that first climb. Still, if she flashed it, I think she could be in the semi-final. If she didn't, I don't think it's going to be good enough for the American. False at 3, 2, 1. So, climber 33 about to finish. That is Chelsea Rood, and regardless of what she's done, she's in anyway. Elise Sethna is now in. And we can also add the name of Stacey Weldon to that list of semi-finalists as well. There's 4 climbers to go after Chelsea Rood, and Chelsea's already qualified. Stacey Weldon cannot be caught.
Okay, Nina Williams has secured a bonus, and with 1 top from 2 and 3 bonuses from 5, it now puts it in 19th place, and Diane Merrick is now dropped to 20th. But Williams might be looking to go one better here. It's one of the few climbers actually to reach that blue hole today. Now all about the transition of moving right. Unlucky. Shannon Russell's failed to secure a bonus hold here, and it could mean her race could be run here because no, she'll have one more opportunity, I do beg your pardon, and she'll have to find that bonus hold in 3 attempts, and then Diane Merrick unfortunately will not be making the semi-final. She's in 20th place as we speak right now, or the Brazilian coming up shortly. Tiana Makino, Shariwa. Any bonus will do for her. She secures the bonus, she's in the top 20. Makino, Shariwa, if she wants to get into the semi-final, she needs to find the bonus here. If she does, she'll knock out Diane Merrick. One other climber who could knock out Diane Merrick is currently on problem 4. This is Megan Mascarenas. Already secured 1 top, any top in the last 2, and she is through. But it is so difficult, 4 and 5. Not that many have completed it today. Just going down the list. Aya Ono, Momoka Oda, Shauna Coxey, Alex Pucci, Melissa Neve, and Astrona Kaonaguchi, the only women to complete this 4th problem.
Brazilian struggling on the fifth problem. The wind's picking up here in Vail. Strong breeze going through this valley. And still, the Brazilians struggling with this final problem. 1:13 to go. So all eyes right now on the Brazilian. I think she may have taken already too much here. She needs to find the bonus hole. That's all she needs to do. And she'll make the top 20, but there's still one climber who can still stop her from qualifying. "30 seconds. Now the Brazilians calling it a day, and with it a competition as well. 21st, she currently lies, not good enough. So 3 climbers left to go. Good news if you're Lisa Chulich fan, she's qualified. Climb at 35, Shannon Russell. Big climb this for Shannon. She needs a bonus in less than 3 goes to secure a top 20 berth. Nina Williams on the left of your screen. She's fine at the moment, 19th position. And the only climber who could surpass her will be Megan Mascarenas, who's to come out next on problem number 5. As the rain starts to come down here in Vail. And a lot of people are beginning to run for cover. It's a bit of a heavy shower coming down here at the moment. I think it is just a passing shower though at that. Just lucky that this is at the beginning, so towards the end of the competition and not the start. A lot of spectators gone away for some lunch. It is lunchtime here, 7 minutes past 1. And I'm keeping my... Shannon Russell has indeed found that bonus. So she's now in the top 20. Bad news for Diane Medic fans. The Brit will not make the semi-final. She's now in 21st place. But these 2 Americans, Nina Williams and Shannon Russell, look good to make the top 20. And with it, tomorrow's semi-finals. Okay, just been told by Graham Alderson from the IFSC that Thay Makino Shariwa
had a technical incident on problem number 2, which is currently blank for her. So she's going to do it again. So she will have a chance, if she finds a bonus, of getting into the semi-final. It's great news for Brazilian climbing. One eye on Shannon Russell. Spoke too soon. So waiting to see a top here on the latter end of these qualifiers in the latter stages. Just waiting for confirmation here on Vail Shadiwa. Should be coming out shortly. I'm not sure what was problem 1 or 2. We shall see. So we'll keep one eye on her. So final climber, Megan Mascarenas. If she wants to make the semi-final, simple, find the top and you're in. And it's really cold here in Vail in the last few minutes or so. The sun's gone behind the clouds. And you can see that by that gentleman just walking from the camera. He's got his jumper on, his arms folded, trying to keep warm. It does get cold here. Now, Vail Shadiwa apparently is going to be on number 1. This is where the technical incident happened. So she's going to have 2 minutes to climb here on problem number 1. And I'm guessing if she flashes it, does it in one go, she'll be in the semi-final. 2 goes is not good enough. If she does it in 1, then she will have a chance here, in theory, of making the semis. Got to do it in one go, though, as the Brazilian. If she does, she'll really throw a spanner in the works in this qualifier. She's struggling already, though. Okay, I'll keep my eye on her for you. In fact, there she is, in all her glory. Now, if she does this in one go, she has a great chance of making the semis, but it is all to do. How much energy does she have left? That's the other question. She nearly loses her foot in there with 1:20 to go. She has 2 minutes to do this. She's got the foot in. Now, this is interesting. Very interesting. She's got plenty of time. She's got a minute here. And she finds the top. Finds the top, she's in. Subject to appeals, subject to... One, hold, two, yes! The Brazilian flashes it. So we'll see what that does to the leaderboard. So we're not sure about. We're not sure if it's a flash because of attempts prior. We shall see. It could have been a technical incident from before. We're not entirely sure.